Hey guys, today we're going to be working with another project on space. We've talked about positive and negative space. Now we're going to talk about foreground, middle ground, and background. Basically that means when you have something creating layers or depth. So if I was to have a simple picture of like an ocean with a palm tree, and then let's say like a mountain or a volcano, whatever in the background, and then like a sunset here behind it. Okay. The ocean and the palm tree are in front of the mountain, which is in front of the sun. So I have layers. I have front, middle, background, also called foreground, middle ground, and background. In today's project, we have the same thing. We have a face with hair and a background. So we have the hair in the foreground, the face in the middle ground, and then these stripes in the background. So for today's project, guys, you're gonna start with a sheet of paper and a pencil. I'm gonna be starting with a marker, as usual, so that you guys can see what I am doing. The first thing I'm gonna do is create a wavy line here. And this is gonna become the first part of our paper. This is gonna become the hair. And I'm just gonna keep repeating a wavy line. Okay, so now I have that part finished. What I'm gonna do next is create the line of her face. So I'm gonna create a curved line for a forehead. I'm gonna poke out a little bit for a nose. I'm gonna dip down for the space between the nose and then pucker up a little bit for a lip. There's my chin, and it's gonna kind of go up. And then I'm gonna have the neck match right up with her hair. So there is my face line for my girl. I am gonna come over here and I'm gonna draw her eye. Okay. It's okay if it looks a little funky. I know it looks a little weird. And then we're gonna come in here and we're gonna do the lines in the background. Now, when we did her hairlines over here, they were kind of far apart. Now we're gonna do lines that are gonna be way close together. If you want to use a ruler, you can. I am not requiring it. But what I'm gonna say is those lines need to be close together. I care more about the closeness of the lines on this than I do about the straightness. So like I'm just freehanding mine and that's fine. They're straight enough. The difference being they are super close together. I'm just gonna keep repeating this, stopping at the face outline until I fill this entire background section. So remember, we are looking at foreground, middle ground, and background, and we will have the hair as the foreground, the face as the middle ground, and these lines that we're doing right now as the background. So the reason that I want these lines close together and straight is that we want the contrast. When we did her hair, we did wavy-ish lines and we did them further apart. That created a lighter effect. So now by doing lines that are straight and close together, it's making it look like it's darker than it really is. And that is called contrast when we have the light versus the dark. And it's gonna work well to offset our foreground, middle ground, background so that you will see it more clearly. And then for the face, I'm gonna have you guys color it in however you want to, but it has to be 100% colored. And you can use markers or crayons for that part, that's fine. And it's gonna, again, have the contrast because everything else on our paper has been done with paper and pencil, or in my case, paper and marker. It is your call if you wanna come in with a marker and trace over those afterwards. But there are our lines. And now we're gonna come in and add some color. And I am gonna go ahead and use marker today. And you can color this however you want to. You wanna break it down into sections. We're not doing it one single color. We are gonna do a multitude of different colors, and you can do different shapes. Remember, if you make a shape that is not realistic looking, that's called an organic shape. If you make a real shape like a triangle or a circle, that's called a geometric shape. Just throwing in the extra information for you as a reminder. All right, and we are just trucking right along, adding the color to her face. I just really like how this project turns out. It's not fancy. It looks a lot harder than it actually is. I just think it's pretty cool. I come in here and make a few recognizable shapes and then kind of get those covered up with backgrounds. Just because I want to get fancy. So I'm going to throw in a few normal looking shapes. And then we'll come in with background colors and just finish it up. Okay, so again, for this part, you guys could be doing marker or crayon. We just want to get it completely colored. So however you need to go about adding your different colors, I'm going to go ahead and do that. There's no right or wrong way to do this part as long as it is completely colored in. Okay, finish this up with one more color, and we are good to go. Okay, guys, so as you can see, we have foreground, middle ground, and background. All right, have some fun with this one. I cannot wait to see the end result. It's okay if your face shape is not perfect. Just try to make sure that you get the forehead, a nose, some lips, a chin, and go from there. All right, guys, have fun. Bye.